Hello, Civ fanatics and victory chasing mad scientists. Welcome back to part 2 of our Ada Lovelace Deity Domination. Last time we turned the Antiquity Age into a playground for our science-fueled megalopolis, but now we're stepping into the Exploration Age where the real glory begins. Sure, you can't necessarily win yet, but you can set the stage for a victory so epic the AI will file a formal complaint. Our mission, 2 words, culture and science. We're chasing legacy past like they're the last slice of pizza at a LAN party. And to do it, we're moving on from the Maya for the Abbasid Dynasty. Why? Because their unique district, the Ulema, doesn't just boost science, it marries it to our culture, turning our empire into a Renaissance fair for geniuses. So, if you're ready to turn Deity's Exploration Age into Ada Lovelace's personal sandbox, smash that like button, subscribe for the finale, and comment whether you'd rather nuke Gandhi or out-culture him. My name's Tech, and let's dominate Deity's Exploration Age. So, let's take another closer look at Abbasid. I have not used them yet, so I really want to get that milestone or achievement for Steam out of the way. And let's take a look at Ulema, the unique district quarter for Abbasid. Abbasid's unique quarter, created by constructing the madrasa and mosque in the same district, +1 science on to all specialists in the city, which is going to be great because we're going for a science victory here. And then we have the madrasa, +5 science, +1 science adjacency for quarters, which usually most of our districts are all quarters, science buildings and wonders. Abbasid unique science building is ageless, of course. Then we have the mosque, which is +4 happiness, +1 culture adjacency for happiness buildings and wonders, +1 happiness adjacency for culture buildings and wonders. Unlocks the ability to found a religion. Oh, really? Unlocks the ability to found a religion. Abbasid's unique happiness building, also ageless, of course. All right, so that works. So let's choose Abbasid. All right, here we go. So we have our option to choose our legacies. Now we did, welcome to the Exploration Age. Now we did complete some golden ages. So let's check out what it has to offer us. Now to continue on with kind of what I was referencing in the first part of the cities in Antiquity, we're going to go with the Silk Road's golden age. All of your cities from the previous age remain cities, which is huge. Also huge because we're not taking in so much gold. And this gold is also most likely going to go down because we are getting cities, but we're going to be able to build in those cities. And with only 146 gold, looks like we're going to only have Bach as our main capital for a good bit because the upgrade, let's just take a look at Chichen Itza. That's only 200 gold, so not too bad, but I think we had 4 cities, or 4 towns that were converted into cities, or 4 cities total last playthrough. So we're gonna go with Silk Roads to keep all of our cities the same. And then you notice that it'll still allow you to do this, and because it's 2 costs, so we have 1 cost here at economic, then we also have a 1 wild card, so you can use this wild card to expand. And +5 gold for every trade route is actually pretty epic, so we might do that too. But we're gonna go with Silk Roads. And then science, we can't take 2 golden ages, so the Great Library is out. But we will make up for that with the ability to build more science buildings with all the cities that we converted in Antiquity. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a science attribute for that. We're gonna do a militaristic attribute. We're gonna do a diplomatic attribute, culture attribute, and I'm thinking we do collection of knowledge, +1 science for every codex in Antiquity. It's only +10. Maybe not. Let's do this. Let's do 1 more science attribute point, another one. Oh, we can't take another one. Okay. So let's do this because we have 1 and 1. And then I guess our only other option is economic attribute. So you also have an option to convert another town into a city, and it becomes a capital, which will be named Baghdad. So we're not going to do this. We're going to keep Bach our city, I believe. So when you have that option, and you have that option in pretty much every stage, you really want to look around for tiles that you haven't improved yet. Like if this was all improved, we could still overbuild, but say all of this was filled with wonders, you would definitely want to move on to a different city. But since we're already taking Silk Roads and Chichen Itza will already become a city, it is kind of pointless. If you didn't complete Silk Roads though, turning a different town into a city for your capital will give you 2 cities to start the age, which is beneficial, saves you about 200 gold. But I think I like what we have here. So we're all zeroed out. All of our legacy paths are used up. And we're just going to confirm legacies. Now, you always want to make sure you spend your attribute at the beginning of the match. So cultural, we're going to take the only option we do have, which is culture. Diplomatic, we're going to increase our celebration length by 50%, turning our celebrations from 10 turns to 15 turns, which works out very, very well. Economic, we'll do 1 gold age. Militaristic, we're going to go with the gain 1 free war support. +5 combat strength against independent powers is really good for antiquity. But we're not really focused on war with Ada. And then scientific, we're going to scroll down. We're going to do +1 science per age in towns or +2 in distant lands. Then we got to the end of the scientific attribute path. So +5 total science, and it is repeatable. So we got that one time. We'll do that. +1 science on specialists is also really, really good. Just for a note. So, and then we also have 2 other free attribute points. So let's look to where we want to spend that. +10 production towards constructing wonders. Nice. +25 culture towards studying civic mastery is also nice. Go the diplomatic route and +3 towards all yields for every alliance you have. Not a big fan of having alliances, so we can finish this path, but I think we're going to stay away from that. Expansionist, +10 growth rate in cities. Settlers, 25% production towards settlers. We do need 1 settler. Our cap increased by 1. Ignore happiness penalty from unrest and captured settlements is always really nice. And +1 settlements is also very nice. So we will look, see if we want to do that. Or we can +20% gold and happiness towards maintaining buildings. And then we could do the +1 science on specialists, or +2 if you have 3 or fewer cities, which we don't have. +1 science and settlements. Really going for a science win here. But we could also do another 15 total in science if we just buy this 2 more times. What do we do here? The +1 science on specialists will really help us get to the end of the science legacy path, where you have to have a total of 40 total production per district or per tile in a city. And I believe you need 5 of them. So let's do that. And then also, side note, once you hit one of these, there's no going back. All right, so let's see what else we have. We have command units. We have a low happiness. Let's see where the low happiness is. Uxmal or Uxmal. So we also have our resources, which we could reassign resources. Increase number of resources that can be signed to a city by 2. Yield bonuses when unassigned, +2 gold and +2 happiness. So that is nice. +2 gold, +2 happiness. Okay. So Uxmal, let's find Uxmal. Uxmal is a city. Do we have any happiness resource? We have the dates. We'll take the dates off of this city, which I won't pronounce, and we'll put it in Uxmal. That'll give them 6.5. So they are no longer low happiness. And then we could do 15 gold. All of our cities are massively losing gold. Here brings it down from -15 to -13. Production towards missionaries and temples. So we don't have that yet. So we'll leave this one unassigned, which will give us +2 gold and +2 happiness for now. Then increase. We're just going to leave these all unassigned. The yield bonuses when unassigned, +2 gold, +2 happiness. So we're going to do that now for here, or for now, because we don't exactly have a need for extra resources quite yet. We'll move these over the next time we need them. A science, you have to choose. Oh my God. This is great. So since we unlocked so many future techs in our antiquity playthrough, these techs are only 2 turns. I think the average is like 8 or 10. And in some of my playthroughs where it's just like a military domination, it's usually like 16 or something, which is really high. These are going to be done in 2 turns. This is absurd. Tsunami of tech advancement. Okay, so I think we're going to go with cartography first. Or, you know what? We'll get the +3 science, +2 production. That is the Serpent Mound. Base yield +4 influence. Must be placed in grasslands. I guess that's... I don't think that's unique. But it also gives us the observatory. So let's do that. It gives us another science building to start to play around with. But +2 turns. Wow, that is something. Let's choose a civic. Oh, civic is a little different here. 8 turns for piety. 17 turns for economic. Then we also have our unique civics. We have round table at 19 and Mala at 19. So let's do piety. Let's found a religion pretty quickly. We'll do piety. Only 8 turns. Let's take a look at our legacy paths right here. So culture, let's scroll to the end. We want to display 12 relics by the end of this. And to start, we need to research piety, which we're doing. Build a temple and establish a religion. Pretty straightforward. Train a missionary, convert a foreign settlement to your religion. Easy enough. Study theology, and theology is going to pop up in the civic tree. So don't forget about this. So right now we have our culture civics. We have the normal exploration civics. But then once we found a religion, there's going to be another civic tech tree that pops up here, which is very good, which includes the theology. So back to it. So, and adopt an enhancer belief, which will unlock with theology. And then we'll collect and display relics. And relics can be displayed in your city hall, or actually in your Capitol building, or in like museums and stuff like that. All right, so we're aiming for 12 relics. Our economic tree, you got to research cartography and astronomy, which you'll notice is similar to the military tech tree, our legacy path tree. And then create a settlement in different distant lands. So as you can see, we don't have much going on for production wise, or any ships to really be constructed. We do have our cog here, which is kind of landlocked right now because our cog can move into the open ocean, but it will start to take damage unless we unlock, unless we unlock shipbuilding, which will allow us to explore the open ocean. And the mastery for shipbuilding will let any unit explore the deep. All right, so let's get started. Social policy slots, +2 science on happiness buildings, 1+ science on vegetated terrain in cities. All units gain poisoning ability, +3 combat strength against wounded units, +2 culture on happiness buildings. So let's do the both science. Our science is already moving extremely quick. We have 98 science right now. Let's see how we compare. So this is still showing we have 87 science for some reason, but we have 98. So Frederick right now somehow is above us. But again, once we start completing the Civ masteries and all of that, then we'll get, we're going to up our science by a lot. Okay, so start building. So Bach, we're going to always do production buildings first. We have a +8, +1, and +1. That's here. This is going to build over the altar, which you could see to the left. And I am fine with that. It also has the brickyard, which is also ageless. So 2 ageless buildings on the same tile. I think that's an easy W right there. That's an easy placement. Let's see what else we have. We have a bazaar. We're also at -25 gold. But we want to get this bazaar down pretty quickly too. And +5 is our best bet here. This is going to build over our library. But since we're already... Well, we're not. We're building a production building. But let's build over the library for +5 gold. We have 2 in the queue here. 6 turns total. Can't convert anything yet because we are not producing as much gold as we would like to. Now this is our city hall. We don't necessarily want to build into our capital, or into our city hall rather. So +8. Let's do... Put this guy... Trying to find a good spot for him. So also City Hall +3, +3. This is taken up by our other city. And then 3, 3, 3 out. So let's start expanding. Why not? So let's put this like... We'll put this here. And let's lay down the bazaar because we're going to need it. This is +5, I believe. +5. +5 is here, which is the granary and bath. It's going to build over the bath because the granary is ageless. Chits and Eatsa. Stonecutter is only +3 here. Stonecutter. Okay. Stonecutter's +3. And then we're going to overbuild our farm here. For the food and happiness. We're actually going to overbuild the farm here because it's only 2-1 compared to 3-2. And go back in the city and queue up the bazaar, which is going to be +4 at its highest. +4 is right here, which is the villa and arena. It's going to build over the villa. Can't do anything there. We have a stonecutter. Sauna tunic. So the stonecutter will give us +4, +1 at its highest. That is the city hall though. And we're going to build over right here. Back in the city. We can't build walls yet here, so this city is under danger. +3, +1, that is again in our city hall. We'll go ahead and just put it down right here as well. Because we do get the production per district as well, as long as we put the unique quarter down. So we have time to expand. It needs a 1, 2, 3. So it'll actually let us expand here. 3, that's 3 out. 1, 2, 3. We might expand here. We also have the elephants, which should unlock. Just in case somebody wants to encroach. Go ahead and build here. Another expansion to make. City Hall is here. We want to go 3 out. So this is a tile we want. We'll go with this tile because this will push out here. We're getting this growth because we built over our rural settlements. City Hall, 3, 3, 3. This is taken up by us. 3. And then this is taken up. I don't know how Hats is going to survive with the town there. This is kind of nuts. We have +3 production here. +3 production here. We have a camel's resource as well. Let's go with the +3 production, +3 happiness. Or let's go with the camels. I think the camels is the better bet. Oh, and then again, we'll choose the... Let's see what this does, because you could always exit in and out of this. So let's do the 1 science per vegetated terrain. Let's see how much that gives us. That gives us 110. And you go back here. Put this down instead. Put this down. Let's see how much that gives us. 107. And we have culture on happiness buildings as well. So let's see what that alone gives us. We're at 57 now. Goes up to 65. So we might keep that. That's a good little boost. And then vegetated terrain is looking like it's going to give us the science boost that we're looking for. Again, we're producing science technologies right now at 1 technology per turn, which is bad. And we also unlocked another camel, which is already put in Oxmal. And it increases the number of resources that can be assigned to the city by 2. We're going to unassign it because when you unassign it, the yield bonuses when unassigned are +2 gold and +2 happiness. Right now we need gold. We have about 5, 6, 7 turns, maybe not 8 of gold left before we go into bankruptcy. So that's a good start right there. And we have some units to move around. So at the beginning of the turn, you'll have all your army commanders. So we keep 1 army commander. We'll keep him here. Put him on, actually. Okay, we'll keep him here on alert. And then the other unit will fortify. Fortify him as well. There's no walls in this city yet, or these cities yet, so that is concerning. Chichen Itza is very close to Confucius. We'll leave him here. Put him on alert as well. There's already cities here, so again, if you click on him, if there's walls, the fortifications already exist, so you don't have to worry about that. The heavy archer, we will leave here on alert as well. Bach, might move him out here. Actually, changed my mind. We're going to move a swordsman out here. We're going to move this army commander here to protect the city. We're going to cancel this guy's movement. Move him back to Bach. Oh, we can't. Okay, so there's already a commander here that's full as well. So we'll just leave him here. We'll move him kind of out to reveal the shadow of war. Fortify. Can't fortify because there's walls, but we'll just put them on wait and move on to the next turn. It's crazy that we have that much technology that is done in 2. But we're tied with Frederick right now, but we're going to blow him out of the water shortly once we start researching all these civic and tech masteries. Negative gold per turn. I am aware. Choose a government. Plus 20 gold per turn for 15 turns. We could use that right now. Plus 20% food. We are going to go with plus 20 culture for 15 turns and 40% production towards civilian support units for 15 turns. Civilian and support units, that'll be like our missionaries and stuff. So theocracy. That's what we're going to go with. All right, and then I'll do this just for an example and show you what happens. This is also a coastal terrain, but again, it's open ocean. This is also open ocean. So we'll just do that for funsies, just to kind of show you what happens there. And we can certainly get some diplomacy going and try to sign some open borders with Frederick maybe, or Napoleon. Napoleon still loves us. So that's very good. All right, we're going to fortify here. Next turn. Next turn, we will unlock astronomy. We're off to a very solid start here. And then...
Exists beyond the world.
All right, so we unlocked astronomy. Astronomy will unlock Serpent Mound, base yield +4 influence, +3 science, and +2 production to all unique improvements in this settlement. Must be placed in grassland. And then +4 science, we're going to go and start building observatories and fleet commander. Naval support unit capable of assembling, just basically like a commander for your naval units. All right, sorry about that. Quick cut there for a bio break. So we have the tech tree. We're going to do cartography. We'd also do machinery, which will give us our sawmill, which is more production. And we might do that, but we want to get our units moving. All civilian and support units may enter deep ocean, which, to be honest with you, I kind of think is a lie. Civilian and support units won't be like, people look at this and maybe misread it and think they could send let's just say like a swordsman out with your settler, but it is just civilian and support units. Let's do this 3 turns to get another production building. A wharf will give us +4 food, and I assure you, the wharfs gives you way more than +4 food. Let's do that. Respond to a diplomatic action. +12 culture per turn for both sides. You notice that everything is doubled this round, so we're going to do 120. We have 595, and we're producing 30 culture per turn, which is not bad. 81 happiness, 66 culture, and 110 science. Let's do this. We'll take that. We're now at +78 culture. Everybody has so much culture. This game, it's kind of ridiculous. This Tarnavo, we really don't want. So we might actually start moving our military units there. That's another not so great one. We really want a science. We have here, right here, Gajong. We're going to befriend this independent nation. And hopefully, Confucius doesn't wreck house here. So we're going to do that. Going to start work on him. And we're also going to... Well, the thing is, they're also friendly. This guy is also friendly. So we might leave him around. Up, 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 up. Misclick, misclick, misclick. Stop moving. All right, wherever these guys land, going to tell them to stop that. Stop that and move back here. Risk it for the biscuit. Because we want to start expanding on a different, distant lands, not differently, just distantly. So distant lands is the economic, mostly. All right, it's also military, conquering distant lands, but economics, we got to create a settlement on a distant land. And then you can't just create a settlement on a distant land. You have to create a settlement on a distant land that also has a treasure resource. -12 from the rough seas. All right. And notice that you could only move 1 tile per turn in open ocean. So I'm hoping I'm guessing it's going to be like right here. That's usually what it is. So hopefully we can survive this journey. If not, that's a unit loss, but playing civilization quite riskily. We're going to do this. 7 and 1, the highest stat. Or we could also do 7. Do 7 and 1. We're trailing in technology. This is just because we're on deity. It's okay. We'll get it back. And then we have all these that we're going to leave because we get the +2 gold, +2 happiness. As soon as we move these 3, 4 over, that's going to be -8, which will put us at -16, which is not good. But we did get it down from what was it? 28 to -8, so that's not bad. So this commander here, then we'll deploy the units as well. This commander we're just gonna put on hold. Move our guy out. Hopefully there's gonna be a distant land there, but who knows? All right, so we're moving. We unlocked machinery, which will unlock the gristmill and the sawmill. We're really interested in the sawmill for the production. Production is king in Civ 6. So we're always going to lay down production buildings first. This will take us 5 turns and give us +5. So we have barracks or amphitheater or the woodcutter. We're going to build over the woodcutter. That'll allow us to expand further. Again, 3 out. 3 up. 3 up. 3 up. Look at these. 4, 4. And then we're gonna just fully expand first and foremost. All right, so now this city is fully expanded. Do the sawmill. Only one place to put the sawmill, because the sawmill must be placed on a river. Production here. Again, sawmill +4, +1. It's gonna be in the city. Do the altar arena, and we're gonna build it over the mine. The mine is producing 3 right now, and make it produce 4. That allows us to bump out again. We have +4 up here production wise, +4 here, +3, +2 happiness, +1 food. So that is 5, 6 total. This is also 6 total. Go here. Choose a science again. We are cruising on the science. +1 production on camps and woodcutters is pretty clutch. We're going to get cartography. So as soon as we can, we're going to move out. And then also, as soon as Bach finishes this observatory, we're going to build a sawmill, which is 6. 2 here. Do it here. So again, it's not going to let us push out quite yet, but as soon as 1 turn from now, we'll be able to do so. We're going to keep this the same as well. Heidi is done in 2 turns, and then we'll move everything over. This, we're going to deploy troops here, and then just put them all on alert. Oh, thank God. Thank God. We are almost dead, too. We have 47, and we're going to probably lose another 12. Well, we're going to lose 12 this turn, then 12, and then we're good. And units. Yep. We're actually going to put this guy on alert. And have this... Oh, we'll put this guy on alert. And to be honest, this seems like the smallest continent I've ever started. Like, I'm wondering if this is just like this big or if it's this big. The good thing about the exploration age is get missionaries, which will allow you to go past the fog of war. So make sure you have both of these up with resources or researches. This is going to give us plus 25 culture. This is going to give us plus 250 gold. Oh, I do like the culture. Let's see if we can switch our culture around a little bit. We'll switch it to economics, which is 13 turn. And then we'll go with the culture. So we'll go with 13 turns down to 11. And then quickly we'll switch the culture back to piety, so it's done next turn. Then we have some expanding to do again. Here's our palace. This is our capital city. We are fully expanded. So do we want to start putting down specialists, or do we want to do more production? I think we want to do more production. This is a great tile here. We're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna expand a little bit more before we start focusing on specialists. Trailing and civs, okay, that's okay. I assure you, we will be okay. Gonna put all these units on alert. Hog is almost there. We have discovered distant lands. We have 28 health left. The Hog or any naval units is able to heal on coastal terrain. And we'll do the next turn. And look at this. This city is just getting engulfed by our culture. It's gonna happen.
I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma.
We have piety, so we unlock the ability to construct a temple. It also has one relic slot and it allows the construction of missionary units in the settlement. Exploration happiness building can be purchased in towns. Okay, and then a new policy, plus 20% production towards overbuilding.
The map was a model for.
Then we also unlocked our tech technology. All civilian units, civilian and support units may enter deep ocean. So we're rolling. We're gonna keep everything the same. The plus 20 production towards overbuilding is very good though. But right now we have a lot of production, so we're pretty solid. Plus 8 for the grist mill, which is pretty solid. I want to go for the observatory first, or do I want to go with the temple? Let's go with the observatory. It's going to give us plus 6, plus 1, which is here. This is going to overbuild the arena, which is giving us gold and happiness. So we kind of need the gold right now, but be all right. Gonna do that. Gonna do another observatory. Really aiming for science. Gonna do the 6 right here because this is our city hall. Able to expand farther. This tile we need. So let's do that. We get this tile. We also have one settlement opportunity available to us as well. We're going to use that settler to push out into a distant land. And hopefully we could get enough gold saved up to convert it from a town to a city. And go with science again. It's only going to take us 2 turns because our production is so high. And this is plus 6. We have plus 6 here. This is going to overbuild the barracks, which is giving us plus 4. This will overbuild the altar, which is giving us plus 4 happiness. But that's the difference between 2 science. We could do something like, let's take a hit of 1 science. Then we're going to go here. Unlocked another science. Plus 1 food on food buildings, plus 1 food on fishing boats, which is nice. Plus 1 production on camps and woodcutters. We also have feudalism, which will give us plus 1 settlement limit, which we would like. We'll do the quick production with the mastery on the tech tree. In our civics, start getting work on our unique civics. We want to do economics because, again, just like in the previous age, it'll unlock the merchant. So we'll be able to keep everybody friendly with us as long as we get enough trade routes out. Bach has the ability to construct a temple, but we're gonna, now that we found land, we're gonna use a settler this time. Hopefully we get something good here. All right, we have tea. So tea is creates treasure fleets when connected to a coastal city. So not only do you have to expand and build a town or city here, but you also have to build a fishing quay. Well, I really wish we got a better roll on the city-states that were around us. Right now, we're not seeing much. We have a culture as well we could do, and nobody's trying to convince him otherwise yet. 9 out of 10. The one downfall of Ada, which I will say, is her settlement limit. Not that great. Move down here. Whales are great. +5 production, 10% culture. And we have a bit of a problem because they are hostile. I really, really hope it doesn't kill me here. That would be bad. So next turn. Please don't hit me. He only has 9 health too, so I'm gonna move here. Move a little farther away from him. We'll go this way and heal him up a little bit more. All right, so the Shadow of Giants. So this is because we constructed the Colosseum as one of our wonders. I always go with the +2 production when I build the Colosseum. Uxmal can build a temple. We'll do that. It's +2 +6 is the max. So that's right here. Anywhere else, we have a +2 +5. Do it right here. Next turn.
I worked my wits and thoughts about shapes and figures.
We unlock the mastery of machinery, which will give us +1 production on camps and woodcutters. We have another narrative event right here, so we want to make sure we have a tech going. We're going to go with feudalism, which is going to give us +1 settlement limit. We also want to get to education. We want to get to shipbuilding. This will unlock our level 2 knight, man-at-arms, and our unique cavalry unit, the Mamluk, which is really not that great of a unit. It has lower combat strength than other tier 2 cavalry, which I'm not a big fan of, but I like the unique district. Maybe we'll go with the mastery here. The mastery will give us +1 food on food buildings and +1 food on fishing. It'll be done in only 3 turns. So they're going to give us 125 science. So that has already gone from 3 turns to 2 turns. We'll produce a temple in our main city, which is going to give us +2 +6. +2 +6 right here. Right here. Gonna go here. Yeah, this will only overbuild a +2 food and +2 happiness building, which is the bath. So we'll do do here. We have a celebration already. We're going to do the culture. Once we start pumping out missionaries, then we'll do the production. And then every time you get a celebration, you also unlock a social policy slot or government policy slot. I think we're going to go towards production, towards overbuilding, or we could do the +2 science. Let's see how much our science grows. Right now we're at 143. We'll go to 151, which is only 7. We'll take that away and we'll do the production towards overbuilding. So we're back to 143. They might have fixed that bug too. Go with another temple. We got 2 and 5. 2 and 5 here. Got happiness from the northeast. So that is going to be our Emma Bell. +2, +5. What do you think? Drop it there, yeah. Gristmill is only going to take us 4 turns. It's going to give us +5. Put it down here. Oh, you also, this brings up another good point. You always want to make sure that you're able to build all your builds. Because if I overbuilt here, since the sawmill and gristmill are both ageless, if I built a, exploration age building here, I wouldn't have been able to build the gristmill. All right, so we have very small slivers of available land around us. This is an interesting sliver because there is a good amount of land here. We have some here as well, but it's not fresh water, so it's going to decrease our happiness. We're going to send him out here. How do I want to get there with him? He's probably going to die if I do that. Oh, that's an interesting choice here. Little mismove there. All good. What we'll do is send him like up here, I guess. Keeping him on coastal terrain. Oh, glad I went this way because this way is looking a lot better. We also want to look out. Hats really does a great job expanding. So if Hats gets here first, we are in trouble. I'm going to leave it on the cliffhanger there for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. If you like the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. My name's TideTech. I will see you on the next episode of OP Ada Exploration Age. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Look forward to the next episodes. Bye.